I'm on the floor right now and it's so cold, so I brought my blanket with me. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and today's video is going to be my February wrap-up. So I'm really happy to say that in February I read 8 books, which is amazing. I'm really happy for it. I did also a little secret challenge throughout the month, so you're gonna see that a little bit later. Yeah, I'm really excited to share it with you. I realized some stuff this month. Yeah, this month also it was Blackathon, and I'm really glad and really happy to say that I read books only by Black authors, and I really enjoyed what I read. Yeah, this was a really good month. I discovered like new authors, and I also solidify some authors that I knew I loved, but I just love them even more, which is amazing. So let's get started with the first book that I read. You're probably gonna hear my cat again playing because every single time that I'm filming on the floor, for some reason, he's playing his little toy every single time. Like, he never plays it when I'm not here filming. Anyway, the first book that I finished in February was Escaping Exodus by Nikki Drayden. This was amazing. This was a 5 out of 5 star. This was so good. I loved the characters. I loved the world. I really enjoyed the world. It was fast-paced. It was entertaining. It was interesting. I loved the characters' dynamic with each other, their relationships. It was just like really well written. I really enjoyed it. Really happy that I read it. It's the first book in a sci-fi duology, so I'm gonna read the second one pretty soon because I really enjoyed that one. It was a 5 out of 5 star. It was so good. And the thing I love the most in this is the politics. It's really politically driven. There's like a lot of decision that the main character has to make, and for like, you know, the good of the community. And it was gruesome, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. It was so unique. It was so special. So yeah, so this was great. And I couldn't predict what would happen because it kept me on my toes. It was really good. Next, I finished Razor Blade Tears by A.C. Cosby. So this is a thriller mystery, I would say more mystery than thriller. We're following 2 fathers who just got out of prison, and their son were in a relationship with each other, and they were murdered. And their fathers are trying to figure out like what happened with their shady prisonery way. And I really enjoyed it. I really loved the characters. They were flawed. We can see them on their journey of coming to terms with their son's sexuality and what it means, and you know, their legacy also, because they have a daughter, and what that legacy is gonna be. And they just want to know the truth because the police is not doing anything, or they're not like really interesting, and they're just like, we're investigating, but they're not doing anything. So they take matters in their own hands, and I was pleasantly surprised. I quite enjoyed it. It was really fast-paced. It was not perfect, but for some reason it's still a 5 out of 5 star. Like, I used the co-pile method, which was created by G over at Book Roast. I'm gonna leave her video down below, but yeah, there's basically like categories. You gave each category like points, and at the end it gives you a star rating. and this was a 5 out of 5 star. Like I said, the characters were, like I said, deeply flawed, but they were so complex and they were so interesting, and they went on this journey. They're at the end of the book, they're not the same characters that they were at the beginning, which I really love. I really love going through different stages of their life with them and just changing their minds about, especially like sexuality, which it was really good. And the twist, the turns, I kind of expected, like, the bad guy, the one who killed their son, basically, but at the same time I wanted to believe that it would not be that person. Unfortunately it was, so that was pretty sad, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun, actually. Next, I finished The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. This was kind of a flop. This is like my only flop of this month, but it was a 3 out of 5 stars, so it's not like the worst book, you know? It's not like a 1 or 2 star. Like a 3 star for me is still good. It was just not it. I love the Broken Heart trilogy by N.K. Jemisin, so I was really excited to read another book by her. I was confused. I was really confused. I tried reading it physically, but I just couldn't. I was so confused. There were so many characters. There were so many stuff that I was introduced to, but they were not like really explained. Because I was so confused, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the audiobook, and I was bored. Oh my god, I was so bored reading it physically. So I picked up the audiobook. The audiobook is seriously way better than like reading it physically. The audiobook really helped. I finished it, you know. But again, so many characters, stuff that happened. I found myself multiple times like I would have to rewind because I missed parts. I was just like elsewhere. I was not present. I was not there. It didn't keep me on my toes. But I love the magic. The magic is so interesting. It's so cool. I wish she explored it way more than just exploring like this insta-lovey romance relationship. Yeah, I wanted more of the world and the magic system. We're following like mainly like 3 characters, and 2 of them are from the same like cast. They're the same person basically. So it was really confusing. Just thinking like, oh, am I with this one or with this character? But I have high hopes for the second one because I heard it's way better. So I hope it's gonna be better. But yeah, this was not it. It was not bad. It was just not it. I wanted more. Next, I finished An Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. This was my first Rivers Solomon book, and this is their debut, and I absolutely loved it. It was a 5 out of 5 star. I loved it. It was so good. This is a sci-fi standalone, and basically we're in space. There are different like classes. It reminds me of Snowpiercer, you know, the movie with Chris Evans. And I didn't watch the TV show, but I heard the TV show is really good. But like, you know, the front of the train, there's like really rich, powerful people. At the end of the train is like the poor, not powerful people. It's basically the same thing, but with decks, with different floors of the spaceship. And this one is mainly based on race. So the powerful, rich people are white people, and the poor people are black people or people of color. And we're following Aster. And Aster is such a great character. And she basically wants to figure out like what happened to her mother. Her mother died and she wants to know what happened. So she's on this quest of finding out what happened. And I love the characters. I love the story. It was so fast-paced. I was going through that book like so quickly. I loved it. Loved it. The writing style is beautiful. Like River Solomon has a way with words. They're so good. I loved it. And yeah, I want to read more River Solomon. I read another one this month, spoiler alert, but yeah, I loved it, 5-star. And I was wrong earlier. Escaping Exodus was 4-star. It was really good, don't get me wrong. Yeah, my only criticism I could say to this book, let me pick it up, is that sometimes we jump from a scene to another one without like explanation, without anything, like something happened and then we're like 1 week later and I'm like, okay, what happened in that week? So yeah, so that was a bit confusing. That was a bit like too fast, you know. So that's my only, I think my only criticism, and that's why it's a 4-star. If I was using half star, it would be a 4.5. So it's a really, really good book either way. Anyway, moving on. I finished after that Liquid by Megan Giddings. And I'm really, really happy to say that I absolutely love that book. It was a 5 out of 5 star. This book was unsettling. This book made me uncomfortable. This book hicked me. And I think that's the goal of it. I think it did a great job making me think and make me just uncomfortable, like I said. I don't want to say too much about it because I think you should go into it like blindly, but this is gruesome. This is unsettling. This is uncomfortable. If you don't like those kind of books or like weird books, we're gonna take you somewhere you never thought you would, don't pick it up. Okay, don't. And yeah, I think you have to be also in the right mindset to read it. This book is disturbing. The way the characters are treated in this is really, really disturbing. There's a lot of gaslighting also, which could be unsettling for some people. So read it at your risk. But yeah, check out trigger warnings and also be sure you're in a great mindset to be uncomfortable and to be out of your comfort zone and feeling not great after finishing it, because you're like, okay, this book was amazing. I absolutely loved it, but damn, it was hard to read. So yeah, but it was amazing. I just, this book is gonna stay in my head. It's gonna stay with me for a long, long time. And the feeling of it, if I didn't pick up the book after this one, I think I think I would have been like in a reading slump, or I would have like really struggled with reading. This was something. Yeah, but so good. 5 out of 5 star. Next book that I finished, which really helped after reading Liquid, was Acta Witch by Nikki. I'm really, really happy I picked this one up right after Liquid. This is a middle grade series, a fantasy middle grade series, and we're following a young girl who gets introduced to this new world with this magic system, and it's so good, it's so fun, it's really, really entertaining. I absolutely loved it. It was a 5 out of 5. I enjoyed myself, and again, it's another book that I went through like so fast. I was reading it, I was like eating it up. Like, it was so good. I don't know if I said it, but it was a 5 out of 5 star. I'm so excited to read the second one, Acta Warrior, and to read the last one that just came out, Acta Woman. I read the Big T trilogy by Nydia Okorafor, and I read also Lagoon, and I loved all those books. And just this book solidify the fact that Nydia Okorafor is just an amazing writer, and she's gonna be an autobi author. Like, she's amazing at world building and at writing her characters, and the magic system that she introduced to us in each of her book is just amazing. And yes, this was so good. I loved it. Love middle grade. This was a dark middle grade, so be aware. There's like murder, children kidnapping, children murder, all that stuff. Children abuse also, but yeah, it was It was so good. Next, I read Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, and oh my god, this was amazing. I didn't expect that. At all. At all. Really, it was a 5 out of 5 star. This was amazing. I expected a hard-hitting contemporary. This is like a thriller, mystery, hard-hitting contemporary. And it's, wow, it was so good. I would consider it like more a thriller mystery than contemporary. The twist, I never saw it coming. I was so shocked. I kind of had my doubt of like what really happened to Monday. In this one, we're following Monday's best friend Claudia, and she just started like the new school year, and she realized that her best friend Monday is not there the first day of school, and she's like, what's going on? After 1 week, she's like, okay, something is up. After 1 month, she's like, okay, something is really, really up, especially that no one cares. No one are asking questions. Like I said, I had my doubts of what happened Monday, but didn't expect that. A lot of trigger warnings for this one. Child abuse, murder, death threats, mental health. Yeah, a lot of them. Those are the ones that come to my mind now, but check the trigger warnings. This was really, really hard to read, especially for me. I work in a really poor neighborhood. My school is like, I think, in the poorest neighborhood in my town. And so I have a lot of kids that deals with what is going on in this book. And it was really, really hard to read because of that, because I'm confronted and I have to work with that every single day. So it was, yeah, I cried. It was really, really hard to read. It was just like really close to home. But this was amazing. The writing, it was absolutely beautiful, and the way that the author handled those things, those issues, was done brilliantly. I can't wait to read more Tiffany D. Jackson, because this was amazing. I'm sorry if the lighting changed, but yeah, the sun is setting down. But I have only 1 book left, so we're gonna go through it. So the last book that I read in February was The Deep by Rivers Solomon. So yeah, like I said, I read another Rivers Solomon book. This one was absolutely beautiful. It was so moving. It was so impactful. I loved the writing again. It was absolutely exquisite. It was perfect for the story. It was really hard to read, but it's so important and it's so good. I can't wait to read more River Solomon's book. Like, I can't wait. They're so good at writing. So good. This was a 5 out of 5 star. This was amazing. So this is it, guys. This is my February wrap up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments which book was your favorite that you read in February, as I would like to know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!